Harry will miss the game. He got a kick in his last match with Bayern Munich. It was too painful to kick a ball. It was too risky that he gets another kick and will just be in an up and down situation pain-wise. So we gave him the chance that everything calms down, and I think he will be. We are convinced that he will be ready for the match against Latvia. The options as captains will be one of Jordan Henderson, John Stones and Declan Rice.
Thank you. You spoke about the importance of team spirit last week. Steven Gerrard was talking about how his generation, England players were held back by players not getting on. Does everybody need to get on to have a successful World Cup?
Yeah. And not to get on in the way that everyone is always happy with every decision that the coach makes and that everything happens, but you need to accept your role. You need to support. You need to support your teammate, and you need to understand what it means to be yourself the best teammate possible. In the end, we want to first of all qualify, which is not done yet. When we arrive in the US, we want to stay all the way. We can only stay all the way. We can only make we can only make it happen if we arrive with a strong team. I just watched a documentary of the New England Patriots and saw a quote there: "We don't collect the most talented players, we build a team." I cannot agree more. So that's what we're trying to do.
Thank you. Congratulations on your first year.
Thank you.
Hi, Thomas. I know there's always lots of debate around an England squad, but has it surprised you, the discussion around the decisions you made for this squad in particular?
No, there will always be discussions. There were discussions in my first nomination, and it's on you. It's on you to ask the question why. And of course, there is always you're curious and maybe you want to find the story behind it, but there's not so much behind it. It's the decisions are for the players who are in camp. They are not against the players. I know that there's always an angle to think oh, they cannot do it with him, or they are a worse team if he brings another player in. It's not like that. It's just we have to make a choice. It's a good thing that we have tough choices to make, because we have a strong squad and we have strong players to select from. We have a huge pool of players, and we decided for this camp to stick mostly or to stick with the team that had a brilliant camp last time. So now we have already some injuries. We cannot play with the same 11, for example, against Serbia, because 4 players are already missing from the starting 11. So this is natural that we have changes, but we believe in what we are building. We believe in what we feel. We believe in what we are seeing with this team and with this squad. And like I said, the competition is on. I am not surprised that I'm questioned about my decisions and that people maybe agree and don't agree, but that's the nature of the job. The feedback after our last match was very, very positive, and I think that all the credit goes to the team, because even the fans in the stadium, but even at home, felt that we played as a team, and that was the most important.
And John Stones, he spoke in the week about how he thought about stopping playing because of his injury issues. I know he hasn't been able to play for you yet because of those issues. Just how excited are you to have him available? And I know you've thought about even potential of him playing.
I love
in
that
midfield.
He's in camp. I can only tell you this. He had only half a camp with us last time, and I saw how gutted and sad he was that he had to leave again. You know, he's a deep thinker. He's such an intelligent and very sensitive personality. It's just brilliant to have him. Him, like I said, together with Harry, with Jordan, with Declan, they have an attitude towards training. They have an attitude towards what it takes to be a professional football player, to be a team player that is of highest standards. And it's just so infectious. If these guys are in camp, everyone steps up, because they don't accept nothing else than their level, and their level is the highest level. Means in any training session from the first minute, means off the pitch. And John drives these standards and is so professional and so driven by itself. And he has this inner motivation, intrinsic motivation to deliver this with the other guys. And that's why he's, for me, a leader, a top leader of this group. And I cannot be more happy that he's with us and he's ready to play tomorrow.
This side.
Thomas, this match tomorrow is friendly. What do you hope to gain out of it as friendlies are about sort of experiments and trying to develop.
Yeah, there was a huge chance that we would have maybe started with the same squad if the same squad was available. It is unfortunately not for tomorrow, so it's also not a problem. So we find other solutions. We had only a very short period of time to prepare the match, because in my belief it will be a difficult match and a complicated match, because we play against a very well coached team that have a very brave approach to play. They will make the most of the underdog role in which they play tomorrow, 100%. They will thrive in this role. So this will be in itself very complicated. We have enough time for the next match that we don't need to pay too much attention on the lineup, or maybe not at all, who plays and starts against Latvia, because we have 4 days in between. That should not be a problem for nobody. And to be honest, for me, it changed not a lot, not in the preparation of the match. I don't prepare the team less. I don't do less meetings or worse meetings or less prepared in training. We just play against our own standards, and the team set the standards in the last camp. And this is what we're trying to implement. And that's why the group is still together. That's why I said the guys that I mentioned are so important, because they never drop the standards, not for 1%. During each day in camp, and and we want to show this tomorrow. We have, I think, a full house in Wembley, and we want to keep our thing going. I think we play, like I said, against against a very brave team, against an athletic team, and we have to match all that. Otherwise, it's impossible to beat them.
Finally, what do you consider an acceptable result, given that there isn't that much at stake in terms of the result?
Ask me tomorrow. I'm too long in football. I cannot give any guarantees for any result. But I know how we want to play football, and I know that the level that we showed in the last match is the level, obviously, that we can show. We will have some changes tomorrow, and I just want that we play, that we deserve to win. And we play tomorrow to win. We want to win, and want to keep our thing going. So let's see if we make this happen.
Hi, Thomas. Tomorrow is the Alzheimer's International. There's going to be different seeing adults living with dementia walking out with the players rather than children mascots. I just wanted to ask you about that and your thoughts on raising awareness for a very important...
We're so happy that we can raise a subject like this and bring it into the spotlight. I think this is only a positive thing that we can do as a national team, and I know that the players are happy to contribute into such actions. It makes you always straight away aware how lucky we are and how privileged we are, and makes us just very, very grateful. And so the best wishes and full support goes out to everyone who is affected, to all the families who are affected, and stay strong, please. And we know how privileged we are, and if we can help to raise a subject, we're more than happy to do.
Okay, no further hands raised. I think we'll go back to Michael at Sky for the last couple. Thank you.
That's very lovely words there, Thomas. Yeah, on the game tomorrow, you've been involved Spurs, Chelsea games, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern games. It's an international tomorrow, but will you look forward to it being like a bit of a local derby tomorrow?
Yeah, I hope so, because that will mean that it's good atmosphere. I think there will be a lot of Welsh fans here, no? And listen, we play football, so hopefully it will be emotional, and hopefully it will be loud, and hopefully it will have a character of a derby. I think. I was in the same situation. I can imagine what Greg Bellamy tells his players. I think they want to prove a point. They want to make the very most out of their role as an underdog, and I think they are very well aware how good they can be, and how good they can be if the opponents underestimates them. I can assure them that we will not. We are well prepared. We know how good they are. We know how well coached they are, and we know where we need to be fully focused to not let them develop their quality. And from there we go. This is the demands that we have to us. And like I said, if it gets emotional, loud, and the better.